How's it going, everybody? I, of course, am Dr. Lay. Today we have Game 2 of my coverage of a triple header. We have Creighton and Seton Hall. We are about to get underway. Again, appreciate you guys again for tuning in for the play-by-play. Creighton 15 and 16, Seton Hall 20 and 11. Creighton and Seton Hall split their regular season matchups by combined 3 points. Should have a good one. As, again, Seton Hall winning the tip-off, going right to left. This is Clark. Clark here to McCray. McCray hands it off to Fisher. Fisher here to Payne. Hands it back to Clark. Clark in the corner. Hands it off here to McCray. McCray inside to Fisher. Lays it up. Can't get it. And going to be rebounded by Creighton. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Just getting started here. As Creighton now with it. Again, going left to right. Creighton, a team that can put up some points. Problem with Creighton is that they will allow a lot of points. Here's Green. Green hands it off here to Zujic. Zujic kicks it out here to Graves for three. That's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Seton Hall again. All scoreless here. Seton Hall moving really quickly, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Clark, pushing him off. The Blue Jays and the Pirates. You meant the music. Well, I guess I'm not really following there. Appreciate you, David. Appreciate you tuning in. There was a delayed tip-off here. Wasn't sure. They really weren't clear on when they'd start. They kind of just started the game like that. But anyway, here is Creighton. Creighton with it again, going left to right. I believe that is... that was Dix. Dix hands it off here to Graves. Graves back over, looking around. Back to Dix. Dix in the corner here. Hands it off to Zujic. Zujic working his way inside. Kicks it out here to Dix. Dix for three. That's going to be too strong. Rebounded by the Pirates. All right, here is Seton Hall. Seton Hall kicking it inside. This is Fisher for two, and he is fouled. He will get the buckets. Again, of course, it'll take me about, I would say, the first half of the first half, really, to get the names memorized. Maybe a little bit longer, depending on how it goes. Right now, Seton Hall leading 2-0. Again, Fisher will go to the line. He's a 69% free throw shooter. Fisher with it again at the line. As he releases, and it's good. 3-0 your score. Seton Hall leading over Creighton. Again, these teams splits 56-54. Seton Hall would win the first matchup, and Creighton would win the second one 69-68. As here is Dix for Creighton. At the logo, trying to find a teammate. Looking around, kicks it out here in the corner. This is Trot. Trot here to Green. Green driving inside, spinning around. Green pump fakes, looking, puts it up, and it's tipped out of bounds. But, they're going to say it went off of himself, and he can't believe it. He's asking for a review. He doesn't like it. He's like, hey, can you challenge that? I don't know. I don't know if they will waste a challenge on something so early, but we'll see. Looks like no, they're not. Seton Hall with it. This is Clark. Clark over here. Again, a lot of passing. Fisher to Clark. Clark looking back again beyond the arc, finding Williams. Williams here with it at the logo, finding McCray. McCray driving inside, looking around as McCray puts it up off the glass. Cannot get the basket. Rebounded there by Creighton. Again, 3-0 Seton Hall leading over Creighton as he kicks it out here to Zujic. Zujic with it at the logo. Trying to find some help. He does in the form of Green, setting the pick for him, finding Graves. Graves driving in the basket, looking around, kicks it out to Zujic. Zujic for three. That's too strong. Rebounded by the Pirates. Pirates, Blue Jays, not an MLB game, I assure you, despite the 3-0. It looks like Clark is going to be fouled by Zujic. 17-19 to go here in the first. Seton Hall leading 3-0. Again, both teams, really Seton Hall, they play more of a defensive style. They're going to try to make their shots count. Kind of playing a little faster here. Here's Clark. Clark beyond the arc. As Clark now driving inside, looking around. Clark looking, fadeaway jumper, going to be too short. Rebounded there by Creighton. Creighton now taking it down as here's Graves. Graves with it beyond the arc. Looking around, passing it back to Dix. Dix back to Graves. Graves at the logo. Looks like Trout's going to set the pick as Graves back to Trout. Trout for three. That's going to be too strong. Rebounded by Seton Hall. As here is Clark. Clark driving inside, looking, floats it up, can't get the friendly roll, and it's going to be rebounded by Creighton. Again, almost 4 minutes here, 3.5 minutes of play, 3-0. Looks like there's going to be a call on Fisher. Off the ball foul there on Seton Hall. Push it off there, did not... I don't know. They didn't call it, so it doesn't really matter. All right, again, Creighton will be inbounding underneath their own basket. 16:31 left to go here in the first half. Just starting here. Bad pass intercepted by Seton Hall as here's McCray. McCray driving in, puts it up. Can't get the basket. Rebounded, though, by the Pirates. He puts it up. He is fouled. That was Payne. Stephen Payne is a 52% free throw shooter. He will be at the line to make this a 2-bucket game. Again, 3-0, Seton Hall leading. All right, Payne at the line. And he releases. That one's too strong. Again, 3-0, just a low-scoring game here. No one can make anything. Payne at the line again, trying to make one of these free throws. Would be pretty cool to see. Get some baskets here in this one as there is the second. That one's too strong. Rebounded by Creighton. Creighton now with an opportunity to get their first bucket of the game. As here again is Graves. Graves with it beyond the arc. He's driving to the basket, puts it up, and gets it. There we go. No more zeros on the scoreboard. 3-2 is your score. Just over 16 minutes to go. Here is Clark. Clark passing to McCray. McCray with it on the far side. Finding Payne. Payne hands it off to Clark. Clark at the logo. Passing inside. This is Williams. Williams is saying, well, hold on. There was a foul on Graves. Williams saying that there was a shot, but no. We'll see what they actually say. TV timeout, though. Seton Hall 3, Creighton 2. So we'll see again who moves on today. Again, both teams played each other. Again, they played each other twice. I don't know why I keep saying both teams like that, but I do. But yeah, so we'll see what we got here. Again, in this one, again, both teams just, I don't know, their matchups, they neither cracked 70 points, 69-68 Creighton over Seton Hall in the most recent one. And then, again, Seton Hall winning 56-54. So, looking like it might be a low-scoring game. Let's go on, Luis. Miami versus Louisville going to be a great one. Got Miami plus 100 on Miami. Gotcha. Let's see if that one's happening as we speak. Let me actually reload this because did not get to. Actually, well, that has yet to start. And that's, I guess, starting late. Right now, Kentucky leading Missouri 73-70. Toledo, Bowling Green 44. All there. So, yeah, tied there. Bowling Green, Toledo. Texas Southern leading Alabama A&M 27-25. George Mason leading St. Bonaventure 26-17. And Washington, Wisconsin 0-0. That one just getting started. Who do you think going to win? I don't know. I mean, it could go either way. You're talking about this one? I don't know. Again, either way. They were close games. Creighton losing. Well, Seton Hall winning by 2 in the first matchup, then Creighton winning by 1 in the second. So, again, it could go either way. Though a lot of people are thinking Seton Hall in the poll, 58%, but also just online. I was kind of looking at it, and Seton Hall seems to be the favorites. The Miami one, Miami-Louisville. I'm going to go Louisville. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. It's happened, believe it or not. I appreciate you, Luis, for tuning in. Again, folks, if you like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. as we are again a growing channel. Go ahead and try to balance it out here. That looks a little bit better. But, yeah, we're working our way back here again. Seton Hall leading 3-2 over Creighton. Again, not much scoring. It has just been a lot of misses. Both teams 1 for 6 from the field. The only reason Seton Hall has a 1 point is because of a free throw, so they're 1 for 3 at the line. So, yeah, it's been a low-scoring affair here in the Madison Square Garden. All right, so here we go. We're back in action. Seton Hall going to be inbounding underneath their own baskets as he floats it out to Fisher. Fisher with it, hands it off to Clark. Clark with it at the logo, going to the far side. And Clark with the mid-range jumper. That one's good. That one is good. 5-2 is your score. Kicks it here. I believe that's Dix. Dix with it on the far side, again going left to right. As here we go. He's making his way to the basket. And floater, that's good. So 2-7, or pardon me, 4-5. What the heck? Yeah, I don't know what the heck. The score bug was messing up there. Hands it inside. Fisher lays it up, and I guess I told the future, or they told the future. That was really weird. 7-4 here. Seton Hall leading over Creighton. As here is again, this is Graves. Graves to Dix. Dix for 3, and he ties it up. Now all of a sudden we got scoring. 7-all. Touchdowns for each team. 7-7. Here is your score. Again, this is Graves, or pardon me, Clark. Clark driving in, Graves on the coverage. Kicking out to Fisher. Fisher to Williams. Williams in the lane. Floater. That one is in. In and out, in and out. 9-7. Seton Hall leading as Creighton now playing fast. Kicks it out to Dix. Dix for 3. That's going to be off the mark. Rebounded by Clark. Clark passing over there to McCray. McCray on the far side hands it to Payne. Payne, all he knows, the world shall know Payne, as here's Clark for 2. That's going to be too strong. Rebounded by Payne. He's the only one there. Puts it up and, well, can't get the baskets. In and out Berger. Rebounded there by Creighton. This is Dix. Dix to Zujic for 3. That's good. Now we're seeing some scoring. 10-9 is your score. Creighton up by 1. 14 to go here in the first. A little bit of delay for some reason as they're now inbounding it. This is Clark again. Seton Hall down by 1. Clark finding McCray. McCray with it on the far side. Driving the lane. Kicks it in, and that's a bad pass as no one's there. Creighton will retain possession, or reclaim possession, I should say. Rough start for me, but it is what it is. 10-9 again is your score. Creighton leading by 1. Slow start for both teams, but now they're starting to heat up and find the basket. All right, inbounding here to Graves. Graves again for Creighton. 10-9 again is your score. As Graves working to the far side, driving in, pump fakes again, looking, trying to find a teammate. Kicks it out here, finding Dix. Dix back to Swartz. Swartz to Graves. Graves with it. Graves looking around, spinning around, driving to the basket, loses the ball, reclaims it. Graves, floater, that's going to be too strong. Rebounded there by, well, a loose ball foul, I think. Going to be on Greer. I don't even know who Greer is. Foul on Hudson Greer. Is that even correct? I don't think that's correct. Who wins this? I don't know. It'll be interesting. It's going to be a close one. I think it'll be back and forth the entire game. Appreciate you, Bayer, for tuning in. Seton Hall with it again, down by 1. Passing here, this is Hines. Hines back to Clark. Clark kicking it to Simpkins. Simpkins back to Hines. Hines double covered. Hines hands it off, but it goes out of bounds. It was actually tipped by Creighton. Creighton saying it did not touch it last, but referee's not agreeing. Again, 10-9 is your score. Low scoring so far. It was really low scoring in the first 5 minutes. It was only 3-0. Started to heat up as of late. This is Parker. Parker checking in for Seton Hall. Parker driving inside. Spinning around. Floater. That's going to be short. Rebounded there by Creighton. Looks like there's going to be a foul on Parker, who was a little too aggressive there, trying to get the loose ball. Coach is there for Seton Hall, is not happy, yelling at his bench. Here's Dix. Dix with it again for Creighton, up 10-9. Kicks it out here to Schwartz. Schwartz with it. Schwartz now going to the far side. Still beyond the arc. Now cutting in. He is bumped and is going to be called for the foul. Simpkins, the guilty man there. Again, 12:23 left to go here in the first. Creighton leading 10-9. 5 fouls for Creighton, 4 for Seton Hall. All right, Creighton going to be inbounding underneath their own baskets. Trying to find a teammate, and he does. As he's cutting inside, floater, going to be an air ball. Rebounder taken away by Parker. Parker racing down to the far side. Finding, this is Rivera. Rivera to McCray. McCray back to Simpkins. Simpkins with it beyond the arc. Floats it to Rivera. Rivera couldn't quite hold on to it. And he's going to be called for the foul. The pass a little bit too high. Did get a fingertip on it. 12:06 left to go here in the first. Again, still 10-9. It's been 10-9 now for about a minute or so. Seton Hall coach not liking something. He's yelling at referee, teammate, I don't know, or, one of his players. All right, this is Davis. Davis in here for Creighton, checking in. Davis trying to find someone, trying to find a teammate, guarding, trying to direct traffic as he passes here to Schwartz. Schwartz with it, hands it off to Dix. Dix going to the far side. Dix now traveling in the lane. Oh, it's knocked away, but it's reclaimed by Creighton. One to shoot, just jacks it up. That's not a good shot. That is a shot clock violation. And looks like they will take a TV timeout. 11:35 left to go. Creighton leading 10-9 over Seton Hall. How's the weather today? It is much better than yesterday. Actually, well, I mean, it's sunny. Been out just for a few seconds. But yeah, it is. It's all right. It's not raining. It's definitely not. It shouldn't have any power outages, DJ, It's actually a nice 60 degrees, so that's really nice. That is very much ideal. How's it going, Robert? Good to see you. Appreciate you for tuning in. Creighton wins this one. Yeah, we'll see. Again, 10-9. I really do like how my scorebug looks. Just the colors. It just looks good. Blue and white. I don't know. It just looks really nice. If I was wearing a black shirt, it would look even, just pop me more, but it's fine. We're in the gray. We're in a gray one today, gray polo. But yeah, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, we're just kind of hanging out, waiting for us to get back into play. I'm going to go ahead and leave the first because once Creighton were to score, I guess I could go like this. Make it look a little more balanced. Probably what I need to do. Does that look better? Again, it always switches for some reason, like in between games. I genuinely have no idea. Genuinely have no idea why it doesn't sync up. It's like it changes every time. But anyway, again, thank you guys for tuning in for the second game of the doubleheader. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure, again, to like and subscribe. Helps out the channel a lot. It really does. This is what I do, folks. I call games. And again, if you've enjoyed it, like and subscribe. It is free to do so. I promise. Look, it says it right there. No bill going to be sent to you. Do have other games happening right now. Again, we're in the midst of, we're really at the beginning of March Madness. Not the actual tournament, but just a lot of craziness already happening. Again, Miami of Ohio lost. They lost earlier in the quarterfinal to UMass. So that happened. Right now, Louisville leading 4-2 over Miami. Wisconsin leading 9-2 over Washington. George Mason leading 30-24 over St. Bonaventure. Texas Southern 31, Alabama A&M 27. Toledo 53, Bowling Green 49. Earlier today, Kentucky over Missouri 78-72. Iowa State blowing out Texas Tech 75-53. Virginia over NC State 81-74. St. John's over Providence. We covered that one earlier, 85-72. UMass again over Miami of Ohio 87-83. George Washington, over Fordham 66-62. And then Ohio State holding on against Iowa 72-69. I found that to be shocking, but it is what it is. Here is Seton Hall with it. This is Williams. Williams kicking it out here to Simpkins. Simpkins for three. That's good. Now there's none of that 0-9 stuff there. 12-10. Seton Hall now at the lead. As here is Creighton. Creighton with it. This is Graves. Graves with it at the logo. Looking around, trying to call a teammate, finding one in Zugic. I think it's Zugic. I actually don't know. Hands it off here. This is Conan, not O'Brien, as he's driving in. Puts it up, and Zugic gets his own rebound. Puts it up again. Can't get it to go. But Creighton with the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball. Or no, they're actually going to call a foul. What are they actually calling? I don't know. Want to see Iowa State and Arizona play in the Big 12. Gotcha. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, how it goes. Not sure what they really called there, but it looks like it's gonna be a Creighton inbound. Inbounding underneath their own basket. He floats it up to Zugic. Zugic kicks it out to Graves for three. That's going to be in and out. Rebounded by Parker. Parker of Seton Hall kicking it to the far side. This is Simpkins. Simpkins back to Parker. Parker with it at the logo. Back to Simpkins. Simpkins looking around. Back to Parker. Back to Williams. Williams wide open three. And he drains it. 15-10. Seton Hall, I believe, the largest lead of the game. 5. 15-10, 10:23 left to go in the first. This is Swartz. Swartz with it on the far side. Floats it in. Kicks it out to Graves. Finding Zugic in the corner. He's driving inside. Spinning around. Trying to find a teammate. Finding Graves. Graves back to Zugic. Zugic back to Swartz. Swartz driving in. Mid-range floater. That one too strong. Didn't even hit the rim. Rebounded by Seton Hall down to the far side. This is Simpkins. Simpkins now working his way inside in the lane. That's going to be too strong. Batted away, but taken away by Simpkins. Simpkins win it back. Kicks it to Williams for three. That's going to be too strong. Rebounded by the Blue Jays. Graves with it down here on the near side. Graves thinking about going in. No, kicks it out here to Swartz. Swartz to Zugic. Zugic on the far side. Finding Green. Green with it beyond the arc. Driving the lane. Spinning around. Finding Graves. 10 left to shoot. Still have time. Graves thought about the three. On the near side. Driving inside of the lane. Looking for a space and lays it up off the glass. Gets the friendly roll. Nice play. 15-12. Is your score. Here is Parker. Parker at the logo. 9-11 and counting. There's no Bush around. There's Williams. Williams back to Parker. Parker looking around. Bouncing it inside. This is Fisher. Fisher in the lane. Fisher kicks it out to Hines. Hines muscling his way. Hook shot's good. Good stuff by Hines. 17-12 is your score. The Pirates leading the Blue Jays. High-scoring baseball game. Here's Creighton. Creighton bringing it up. This is Swartz. Swartz crossing half court. Back over to Graves. Looks like setting the pick there is Green. As he kicks it to Swartz. Swartz for three, and he answers back. 2-point game, 17-15. Scoring now starting to ramp up again, making up for the first 5 minutes where it was 3-0. Seton Hall again up by 2. This is Fisher. Fisher to Williams. Williams with it on the far side. Looking around, finding Parker. Parker, he's going to travel inside. Kicks it out to Williams for three. That's a brick. Just not a good shot. As here is Creighton. Kicks it to Zugic in the corner for three. That's going to be off the mark. Rebounded, though, by Creighton. Creighton back. This is Swartz for three. That's good. And Creighton has taken the lead 18-17. All right, this is Parker at the logo. 7:40 and counting here. Back to Williams. Williams with it on the near side. Williams on the beyond the arc, trying to find a teammate, finding one in Parker. Back to Simpkins. Simpkins driving in, loses the ball, and it was touched last by the Blue Jays. And looks like we're going to take a TV timeout. Creighton up 18-17 with 7:28 left to go in the first. Pretty sure Big East refs are on top of the league in whistles. Yeah, a lot of fouls for sure. Good to see you back, Dean. Appreciate you for tuning in. Hope Iowa State loses every game. Yeah, I bet you do. Draven, an Iowa fan. And Iowa State did indeed blow out Texas Tech. That was indeed a thing. 75-53 was the score there. Ricky pulling for the Blue Jays. Let's see, again, across the college basketball world, Toledo leading Bowling Green 57-54, Texas Southern 31, Alabama A&M 27. George Mason over St. Bonaventure 34-24. Wisconsin 17, Washington 7, and then Louisville, Miami 8-8, tied up there. Draven wants them to lose every game. Ricky hopes they win the Big 12, so kind of a little bit of an opposite end of the spectrum there. Again, thank you guys for tuning in. This is what I do. Again, I cover games, folks. Cover games. Hopefully, again, you are enjoying what you're listening to. To where you can press the like and subscribe button. They're both separate buttons. I always say it like that, but I need to actually let's see here. Clicking on some things here. So hold on. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Checking out something real quick. But anyway, again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, this is what I do, folks. I call games. But yeah, make sure again to like and subscribe before you go today. Again, doing a lot of March Madness. As again, we're in a commercial break. But it looks like we're going to be back. Again, 18-17 is your score. 18-17. Do we need to test O'Neal Cruz? He's looking good. I know. I saw that. I saw he's put on a lot of weights. He's actually added apparently 30 pounds in the off season. So might be a different O'Neal Cruz this year. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Hopefully the Pirates again can get something going on offense because the pitching should be fine. At least the starting pitching. Bullpen will still be shaky. Didn't really do enough, I think, in my opinion. But whatever. I'm not the boss. 18-17. Seton Hall going to be inbounding here again. They're going right to left. Inbounds it underneath. Puts it up and gets the basket. Seton Hall reclaiming the lead 19-18. All right, this is Graves with it at the logo. He's looking around, trying to find a teammate. Bounce pass here to Dick. Sticks with it as he's now going to the far side. Near side, that is. Dick's looking. Kicks it out to Trout. Trout fakes the three. Pumps it inside to Green. Green puts it up. It's blocked. Blocked there by Hines. Hines here to Clark. Clark with it on the near side. Driving inside in the lane. Kicks it out. I believe this is to Fisher. Fisher hands it back to Clark. Clark driving in. Pump fakes, puts it up. That's blocked. And they're actually going to call a foul. They're going to say he was hit. And he'll go to the line for a couple of shots. This is Adam Clark. His 74% free throw shooter, folks. So, yeah, he was definitely fouled. Yeah, that's why there was an air ball. But, yeah, 74% free throw shooter should make both. That is expected here. As Clark releases, that one is good. Oh, pardon me. I did the wrong score. I apologize. Again, 2018 is your score. Clark with his second. That one is good. 21-18. Seton Hall up by 3. Zugic going to be inbounding it. Looks like Seton Hall with the press. Inbounding it, and, well, now it's taken away. McCray with it. Puts it up, and it's blocked. And taken away by Creighton. Creighton now with a Dix. Dix here to Zugic. Zugic in the corner. Finding, looks like that's Swartz. Swartz with it on the far side. Trying to find a teammate. Swartz now working his way to the basket. Pump fakes. Looking around. Spinning. Kicks it out to Green. Green back to Zugic. Zugic to Dix. Dix with it. Driving in. Finding Zugic in the corner. Wide open 3. That's an air ball. And that is going to be a foul there on Trout. And that was interesting there. Trout just looked like he was shoving a guy down. But, yeah. Players with 12 points, 4 assists, and 2 steals per game. Bud Clark, Kadari Richmond, Shaheen Holloway, Dan Hurley. Wow. That is for Seton Hall. So, again, 21-18. Looks like Trout's going to be subbing out here. McCray going to be at the line. He is a 87% free throw shooter. Pretty good. Pretty good at the line. As he releases, and that one is good. And it's a 1-and-1 here for Seton Hall. Mike Trout. That is not indeed his name. It is Isaac Trout, and it's pronounced T-R, or it's not pronounced, but spelled T-R-A-U-D-T. Again, I just, probably Trot, if it's probably how it actually is. But we're just going to do a Trout tonight. That seems to be a little bit better tonight, afternoon. Inbounding here is Creighton. Seton Hall with a little bit of a press, but now they're going to back off as this is Harper. Harper checking in, talking about baseball players. Bryce Harper. Mike Trout. Graves for 3. That's going to be too strong. Rebounded by Clark. Clark with it for Seton Hall. Finding Simpkins. Simpkins in the corner. Simpkins looking around at the top of the arc now. Finding back Clark. Clark with it on the near side. Driving to the basket. Floater. That's going to be in. No problem for Clark. 25-18. 5:40 to go in the first. As here's Dix. Dix with it at the logo. Dix finding, looks like this is Green. Green floats it in to Graves, and Graves is going to be fouled. Simpkins can't believe it. Simpkins not happy with the call. I think that's his... Simpkins, yeah, that's his second foul. How foul trouble would be a killer. Bench gets dicey. Gotcha. Yeah, I have 10 names written down here for Hall, so we'll see. I have like 12 names for Creighton. They use a lot of players. Creighton rotates a lot of people in. Swartz at the line again. He's a 68% free throw shooter. Misses the first. Again, they were in the bonus, so no second. And Seton Hall again up by 7. 25-18. 5:20 left to go in the first. As Clark just chilling at half court. Finding McCray. Nice catch. McCray in the lane. Bounce pass inside to Fisher. Puts it up, and it's short. Rebounded by Payne. He misses. And then it's knocked out and recovered by Creighton. This is Dix. Dix with it beyond the arc. Hands it off here to Green. Green floats it to Dix. Dix can't make the catch as it goes out of bounds with 4:56 to go in the first. Creighton hasn't scored in a while. It's been a good bit. Actually, yeah, so 2:53 left, 0 points the last 2 minutes, 53 seconds. That is just not ideal. Seton Hall inbounding here, 4:50 to go. Again, up by 7. Clark with it at the logo, finding McCray. McCray for 2. That's good. 27-18. Looks like Creighton's going to call a timeout. With 4:39 to go, Seton Hall fans, they're liking what they're seeing. Up by 9, a 10-0 run the last 2 minutes and 44 seconds. So not a TV timeout as... Check out the... What? I didn't think there would have to be like that. That's crazy stuff. Well, that's noted. Is this the NFL? I mean, usually that's for the NFL there. That's like whenever they like, oh, virus. You want a virus? There you go. Click on that. That's crazy stuff. Oh, I can't remember what I have to do for that. Oh, yeah. Freaking bums. All right. Well, we got that on. Anyway, again, timeout here. Looks like we're working our way back. 27-18 is your score. 4:39 left to go. Creighton going to be inbounding. This is Graves. Graves with it, taking it up the court, trying to get something going. As Graves looking around, bounce pass inside here to Green. Green with it in the lane, backing out, finding Swartz, back to Graves. Graves with it on the far side again, going left to right. Finding Dix. Dix with it, he's going to go in. Dix kicks it out for Graves. Graves for three. That's going to be short, but he was fouled. He was fouled by McCray, so that'll put 3 shots at the line for Graves. Graves he's a 82% free throw shooter. Do you do West Coast baseball during the year? I do West Coast. It just depends. Last year I did double headers every now and then. So Monday, Tuesday again. Probably won't do as much of the double headers on those days, but we'll see. Just if I have the energy, I'll do it. As Graves does have its energy and time. But during like Wednesdays and Thursdays, yeah, we definitely do double headers for sure. Because there's games during the day and all that. Makes the second, makes it 27-20. How's it going, Jim? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, you're a big Patriot fan. Oregon is eliminated. I know you're also like Oregon, as there is the third, and he does make all of them. 27-21 is your score. 4:10 left to go here in the first. Davis going to check in for Creighton. So here is Seton Hall. This is Clark. Clark underneath the basket, puts it up and gets the basket. 29-21. Your score, 3:55 and counting. Here is Creighton driving into the basket. Floater, hook shot. That one's going to be off the mark. Rebounded there by Clark. Clark for Seton Hall, driving to the basket. Spinning around. Davis on the coverage. Clark trying to get something, trying to see contact. Hands it off to Payne. He misses. Rebounded there by Conan. Conan to Davis. Davis almost loses the ball. This is Dix. Dix with it to Conan. Conan, not O'Brien. Hands it off here to, this is Harper. Harper with it in the lane, spinning around. Hands it off. Oh, hands it off to a Pirate. He can't believe it. 3:10 left to go. Here, and I don't know what happened. The coach almost came on the court. Here is Clark. Clark driving inside, looking around. Floater, that's going to be in. Oh, man. He's on fire. Seton Hall pulling away 31-21. Just under 3 to go. This is Swartz. Swartz with it. Swartz with it at the logo. Kicks it out here to Dix. Dix to Davis. Davis finding Dix once again at the logo as he's now going to the far side. Back to Swartz. Swartz with it for a deep three. That is, short, but then bounces in anyway. Pardon me again. Sorry about that. I just realized I have the wrong score up. 31-24. 31-24. Seton Hall up by 7. Here is Payne. Payne back to Graves. Graves to Payne. Payne here to Williams. Williams back to Payne. Payne in the paint. Looking around. Back to Williams. Beyond the arc. Back to Fisher. Back to Williams. Driving inside in the lane. Floater off the glass. That's good. 33-24 is your score. 9-point game. How's it going, CB? Good to see you. Yeah, appreciate you, CB. Thank you. Safe travels, as here is Conan. Conan back to Graves as he pump fakes, puts it up. Too strong, rebounded by Seton Hall. Seton Hall up by 9, trying to go up Moores. Oh, Clark loses the ball. Davis now floats it to Conan. Conan, the only Blue Jay over here. Now he hands it off to Dix, who hands it up into the nets. No problem for him. 33-26. 7-point game, 1:20 to go. 1:14. Looks like there is going to be a timeout. Wasn't sure what was happening there. That was kind of weird. 1:12 left to go. Seton Hall leading by 7. Come on, Creighton, pick up offense and defense. Yep. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully, again, you're enjoying the broadcast. Make sure to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. This is what I do. I call games. So hopefully, again, you do like what you're listening to. But again, thank you guys for hanging out. But yeah, again, appreciate you guys. Let's see here. Looking at the uptick of subscriber numbers from the past few days. Yeah, no, maybe. 7K. Again, hopefully. The goal is to get 7K by opening day. That's the goal. That is the goal. Here, give me a sec. Anyway, yeah, again, appreciate you guys. Make sure, again, to like and subscribe before you go. Helps out the channel. As, again, we're going to be covering another game, I believe, after this. It's going to be Nevada and Grand Canyon. Again, make sure to do that. It is free. I think you're out to team he was playing for. Which one? Oh, yeah. Good 3. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Again, we're just chilling at during a commercial break. Just checking out some things here. All right. Again, we're back in action. 33-26. Before that, again, some scores happening. Louisville leading 20-17 over Miami. Arizona 4, UCF 0. UNLV 9, Utah State 7. Wisconsin 25, Washington 19. But all right, we are back. Again, it's been Seton Hall. Seton Hall's been really pulling away. Creighton has struggled. They've had some spurts, but they just have been very inconsistent. That has really been the story for them. Defensive ranks again. Seton Hall ranking first of the Big East, 12th in all of basketball. They do play good defense. And again, holding Creighton to 26 right now. Pretty good. All right, this is Clark. Clark with it, driving inside, kicks it out to McCray. McCray for 3. That's going to be in and out. And rebounded there by Swartz. Swartz with it crossing half court. Oh, my goodness, again. That's going to be off the mark. Rebounded there by Creighton. Creighton with it on the far side. Finding Swartz. Swartz with it. Beyond the arc. Going to the far side to Dix. Dix for 3. That's going to be an air ball. Taken away by Seton Hall. McCray now hands it off to Clark. 32 seconds. That is going to be about a 7-shot clock. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here is Clark just chilling, just waiting, trying to chew up all the time. Clark now going to wait, and now he's going to make his move. Clark, fade away. And that's actually an air ball. Goes out of bounds with 8 seconds left. Not really the best there. 33-26 again, your score. 7-point game. Creighton with an opportunity to cut this lead before half. 33-26. As Graves inbound here to Dix. Sticks with it. Kicks it to the near side. 4 seconds. Got to hurry. Doesn't know. Graves just jacks up a 3. That's going to be an air ball out of bounds. That was kind of interesting. I don't think Graves knew how much time was left. And someone shouted he's got to do it. 7-point game at the half. 33-26 is your score. How's it going, Huday? Appreciate you for tuning in. Yeah, no problem. Boo the Ravens. I know the Ravens are a joke. Hopefully the football gods take care of them. Hopefully no one trades with them. These are your stats at the half. Trout with 3 points. Green with no points but 6 rebounds. Graves with 10 points. Dix with 7. Zujan 0, 3 rebounds. And then Swartz with 6 points, 2 rebounds for Creighton. For Seton Hall, Clark with 10 points. Payne with 0 points but 6 rebounds. Williams with 7 points, 2 rebounds. Fisher with a rebound there, 7 points. McCray, 4 points, 2 rebounds. Hines, 2 points and a rebound. Simpkins, 3 points, 2 rebounds for Seton Hall. Seton Hall shooting 43% from the field. Creighton only 29%. Seton Hall 40% from 3. Creighton living and dying, actually more so dying, 28% from the 3. 18 of their shots have been from 3. Jeez. Scores from across the nation. Toledo leading 71-67 over Bowling Green. Texas Southern 45. Alabama A&M 39. George Mason leading St. Bonaventure 36-28. Wisconsin 32, Washington 23, Miami 24, Louisville 23, Arizona 12, UCF 2, UNLV 14, Utah State 11. Kentucky 78, Missouri 72, Iowa State 75, Texas Tech 53, Virginia 81, NC State 74, St. John's over Providence 85-72, Massachusetts upsetting Miami of Ohio 87-83, George Washington 66, Fordham 62, and Ohio State 72, Iowa 69. Again, we're at the half. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure again to leave a like and of course subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. This is what I do. I call games, folks. And we're just kind of hanging out here at the half. Make sure, again, if you haven't done so already, to like and subscribe for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. This is what I do. Again, I call games. Let's see. Where's the name Dr. Lay come from? That is my, so that's kind of like my gamer tag. So it's more of a play on my actual name, Dr. Delay. So I put the doctor there because, again, we all put doctor in front of our names. But, of course, I kind of regret it because everyone else changed their name. I just kept it. But, yeah, so delay is a play on my actual first and last name. But I will not, again, really go into that. I'm sure you can find it. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could easily find it, really. Find my name. But, yeah, that's kind of it. That is pretty much it. But, yeah, it's just a play on my name. Dr. Delay. I don't know. Thinking about dropping the Doc one day, but I don't know. Everyone calls me Doc. No one really calls me Delay, so I don't know. I might have to keep it. Hope no one trades with them. You can't trust the Ravens. Go Steelers. Yeah, I mean, that's so scummy. So scummy, man. Sorry, just looking at some stuff. That's pretty cool. Oh, yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's just kind of a thing. I just, well, yeah, well, I might as well go with that. I didn't know what else to really call myself. Everyone has either their actual name on here or just kind of a, fake name, essentially, identity, or I don't know, just different. But yeah, I just kind of, I don't know, just wanted to come up with something. I didn't really want to have my real name out there, but I'm sure one day it'll happen. One day it'll happen. But anyway, yeah, again, appreciate you guys. Again, feel free to chat down below. Again, I try to get to the chat as often as I can. The chat is forever and always will be a big part of the channel. And again, we're going to call one more game today. And then it is over for me. Again, third game will be Nevada and Grand Canyon. That should hopefully be a good one. That's the Mountain West quarterfinal. Both teams not too shabby. But yeah, my final game of Big East action today. But yeah, again, thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully, again, you like and subscribe. Again, it is free, folks. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. It is free. As if everyone were to subscribe right now, we'd hit 6930. 6930. That would be pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. But yeah, let's see. Again, the poll, who moves on to the semis. Right now, Creighton in the lead, 51% to 49, which is kind of shocking, considering that Seton Hall was the slight favorite, and they are up. I figured people would just vote for whoever's going with, or whoever's leading, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Again, tomorrow, I'm going to have to just kind of wait and see what's going on tomorrow. This Kohu, a slot from Miami, was just signed by the Chiefs. I don't even know who that is. Kohu, a slot? Who's a slot? A corner, I guess? Are you talking about a slot receiver? Or a slot corner? Dog is the best broadcaster. I don't know. This one's been kind of rough for me for some reason. I don't know why. Can't think clearly. Which is weird. Usually I get better as the day goes on, but I don't know. I seem to be deteriorating here in the second one, but should wake up here in the second. But yeah, let me see what's going on. So tomorrow is Friday. Again, Friday, I have no idea. I do some Conference USA games. I don't know. Don't really want to do. Sorry, slot corner. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I've never even heard of him. Kohu. But if you like him, you like him. You like him, you like him. As the Chiefs are trying to reload for next year. Oh, Rashawn White just went to the commies. Wow. That's interesting. Interesting. The commies, the Redskins getting Rashawn White. My goodness. I'm getting so annoyed with these bots, man. It's weird because I have the delay on, and yet they're still... Do I have to change it? Did I not submit it? I might not. No, I thought I did it. Miami, Ohio goes down. Yeah, no, they did. It was kind of a crazy stuff there. Let's see. Yeah, it's in slow mode. I don't know. It's weird that it's spamming like that. Getting 2 messages. You like Grand Canyon? Yeah, again, it should be a good one. I think it will be a good one. All right, some more scores again. Updates from what's happening. Bowling Green up by 1 with 24 seconds left. Bowling Green leading 74-73 over Toledo. Texas Southern leading 45-42 over Alabama A&M. George Mason 44, St. Bonaventure 37. Seton Hall leading, again, this is the one we're covering, 33-26 over Creighton. Wisconsin 40, Washington 33. Louisville 29, Miami 27. Arizona 20, UCF 6. Tennessee 7, Auburn 2. And then UNLV 14, Utah State 13. You voted for the Blue Jays. Gotcha. Miami is going to Yeah, I don't know. I hope not. I hope not. But it may happen. It may happen, honestly. I would be really disappointed to see if that were the case, honestly. I would be sad. I would be, yeah. Would be sad to see. And again, the committee, if they do that, man, that would be such a pathetic thing to do, really. You know, leaving out a undefeated season because of one loss. And if they entered with one loss, then no problem. But yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. What the heck? Let's go ahead and hide this guy. I think he's... I don't know how to do that. Let me actually look. How do I... Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Not a Miami fan, but right is right, and the TV revenue for smaller college makes a huge difference. I mean, I guess so. It's just, I don't know. I hope that's, yeah, TV revenue. That shouldn't really be a factor, but I know it is. It's ridiculous. I mean, if Auburn, I don't know. It's just, it's so dumb. So dumb with all that nonsense. It really is. Again, I feel like if Miami of Ohio, if they were... I mean, if they had lost once or twice before, like during the regular season, I don't think this conversation. I think they're in regardless. I really do. But they're getting the hate because they went undefeated. It's so dumb. Battle of I-75, Bowling Green versus Toledo. Close game. Yeah, it was a close one last time I checked. Toledo up by 2 with 10 seconds to go. Texas Southern 47, Alabama A&M 45, George Mason 44, St. Bonaventure 38, Wisconsin 43, Washington 33, Miami 32, Louisville 30. Let's see, Arizona 24, UCF 8, Tennessee 7, Auburn 6, and then UNLV trailing Utah State 18-16. That is what's happening across the nation. But yeah, we are working our way back. And again, hopefully, we got a good one. All right, let's see. Auburn rolling your eyes. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's what they're going with. That's what they might replace. Yeah, again, I like the idea of covering the selection show. I think that'll be pretty fun. See who gets into the playoff. To the March Madness tournament, which I guess is the playoffs. I guess this is all the playoffs, but this is, I guess that would be the really big playoffs. But again, Seton Hall 33, Creighton 26 at the half. Creighton not looking too great. They have missed a lot of threes. Again, they are, I think, 5. Yeah, they're 5 for 18 from beyond the arc. That is, they are living and dying by the three. Seton Hall, by the way, only 5 threes attempted. So Creighton's made 5. Seton Hall's attempted 5. They've made 2. Smash that like button for the doc. Thank you again. Appreciate you, Orville. Appreciate you. 26 likes. That's not too bad for 37 currently in. It's not too shabby. Look at that, man. It's like getting spammed with these dang bots, man. Just losers. Let me actually go to this channel and see what it is. Like you're just a regular person. Like, it's so weird. Like, I don't know if the account was hacked or whatnot. But it's just pathetic. But I ban them. I don't do the timeout thing. Once you do that, you're gone forever. We will never see you again. But I don't know. Clearly they want... I don't know. It's not even showing. It's weird. It's a scam. Yeah, no, 100%. It's just so annoying. It's so annoying. But yeah, I'm just used to banning them anyway. I'm used to modding myself. Been doing this for a year, essentially. I mean, yeah, about a year now. And yeah, just kind of used to modding myself. Anyway, we are back again. It's a 7-point game. Seton Hall leading by, well, I just said that, 33-26. And again, the story is Creighton just can't buy a 3. They just keep missing. They keep shooting. They keep trying. They just can't convert. So we'll see if they can change it up here in the second half. Again, stay tuned for some more action. Well, actually, don't stay tuned. That's happening in 2 hours. No, is it 2 hours or 3 hours? I actually don't even remember when the other game is. Yeah, it's in 2 hours. Sorry. So anyway, yeah, you guys do whatever you want to do. But again, I'll be doing another game right after this. Yeah, just a little bit of a break. And then I'm done for the rest of the day. 3 games. Have your hands full as a mod. Yeah, they're so annoying. So annoying. Any one-loss team should be in the NCAA tournament. Of course, the NCAA selection committee makes a few dumb decisions every year and then talk out on both sides of their mouths trying to explain it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Again, 33-26. Looks like Creighton's going to be inbounding it here. Zugic going to be the inbounder. The threes will fall in the second. We'll see. Creighton now going right to left. Seton Hall left to right. This is Graves. Graves over here to Zugic. Zugic to Swartz. Swartz hands it off to Dick. Stick's going to go in. Now he's going to kick it out to Graves. Graves again beyond the arc. Back to Zugic. Zugic with it. Back to Graves. Graves to Dick. Sticks just jacks up a 3, and that one falls. All right. Well, maybe Orville is on to something. 4-point game. 33-29. Hands it off here to McCray. McCray back to Fisher. Fisher to Williams. Williams again with it beyond the arc. Hands it off to Clark. Clark now with it. Driving inside. Kicks it out to Fisher. Pump fakes the 3. Driving inside in the lane. Puts it up. Hook shot. Gonna be falling through the nets. 35-29. 19:09 left to play. Here is Graves here for Creighton. Creighton going to drive inside. Kicking. No, he does not kick it out. Fakes the pass in the lane. Now trying to find someone. Can he? Does. This is Green. Green with it beyond the arc. Looking around. He's working his way inside. Spinning around. Almost taken away. But Green still with it. Bounce pass inside of Graves. Puts it up. Gets the foul and the bucket. It's a 4-point game, 35-31, 18:48 left to go, of course, in this one. But he will head to the line for the 3-point play. Graves is a 82% free throw shooter. Graves with 12 points on the day, looking for points number 13. As there is the free throw. That one is good. 35-32, three-point game, a one-bucket game. Again, Seton Hall was up by 7 at the half. Here's Fisher. Fisher to McCray. McCray back over to Clark. Clark with it. Clark looking for a teammate, finding Payne. The world shall know Payne as he hands it off here to Clark. Clark spinning around, kicks it out here to, I forgot his name, but we're going to move on. This is Payne. Payne back to McCray. McCray for 3. That's going to be short. Rebounded there by Creighton. Creighton with it. This is Dix. Dix with it in the lane. Floater here to Green. Puts it up. Gets the friendly roll. It's a one-point game. 35-34. 35-34. Clark with it now to Fisher. Fisher to Simpkins. That's his name. Simpkins with it. Working his way to the other side of the near side. Hands it off to Clark. Clark with it beyond the arc. Driving the lane. Looking. Fadeaway jumper. That's going to be too strong. Seton Hall can't buy a shot now. As here is Dix. Dix to Graves. Graves for 3. That's short. Rebounded there by Zugic. Keeping possession is Creighton as he's driving in. This is Graves spinning around, looking, gets the foul, doesn't get the shot, but he'll go to the line with a chance to tie and take the lead. This, I believe, again was Graves. So Graves will go to the line, an 82% free throw shooter. Tennessee can do a lot of us a favor. Yeah, no, for sure. Ricky, man, I hope so. Come on, Creighton. Creighton looking good here to start the second half. Did not look good at all in the first. Only 26 points. Graves to tie the game, and he does make the first. Now, of course, to take the lead is Graves getting a little chat from his teammates. 17:37 left to go here in the second again to take the lead, which we haven't seen Creighton do in a while. There it is, and he does sink it. 36-35, Creighton coming out hot here to start the second. Up by 1. Clark, though, with it down by 1. Finding Simpkins. Simpkins with it beyond the arc. Heavily guarded. Finding Hines. Hines with it, not Ward. Hines back to Clark. Clark at the logo. Finding McCray. McCray with it. McCray in the lane. Spinning around. Looking, fadeaway, floater, going to be too strong, but Hines has it. Oh, he falls down. Hines still with it. There's a scrum for the ball. They're going to call it jump ball. Possession's going to stay with Seton Hall. Blue Jays coming in strong. They are. The Blue Jays and the Pirates. It's not a baseball game. Definitely not. Look at the score. Game over? I don't think so, Orville. It's way too early. Does Tennessee just take a little bit to get hot? I don't know. Let's see, what's Tennessee doing? Yeah, Tennessee right now down to 14-9 to Auburn. Seton going to inbound it all the way to the other side. Fisher now with it. Fisher hands it off to Clark. Clark with it at the logo. Clark looking around to the far side. Looking, double team. Finding Simpkins. Simpkins with it. Bounce pass to Fisher. 4 seconds to shoot. He shoots. That's too strong. Rebounded by Hines. They keep possession. Hines to Clark. Clark to Simpkins. Simpkins inside. And the lane is going to be off the mark. Rebounded there by Creighton. Creighton now with it. This is Graves beyond the arc. Finding Dix. Dix, jab step, looking around. Trying to move around. He takes a 3. That's going to be short. Rebounded by the Pirates. As here comes Clark. Clark driving in the lane. Spinning around. Finding a teammate. It's McCray. McCray handles it well. Back to Simpkins. Simpkins in the lane. Puts it up and taking the lead back is Seton Hall, 37-36. Here's Graves. Graves with it again beyond the arc. Down by 1. 16:06 to go. This is Green. Green with it in the lane. Pump fakes. Fade away. That's off the mark badly. Rebounded there by Hines. Hines with it. Finding Clark. Clark in the lane. Puts it up. Doesn't get the bounce to go his way. Taken away by Creighton, the Blue Jays. As here's Graves. Graves to Trot. Trot for 3. That's going to be off the mark. But tipped in by Green. And Creighton retaking the lead. A 1-point game. Again, the Blue Jays leading the Pirates 38-37. Here is Clark. Clark to Simpkins. Simpkins to McCray. McCray with it at the logo. McCray making his play. Going to the lane. Doesn't get the friendly roll. Oh, he was robbed. Zugic now with it to Graves. Graves with it. Graves on the near side, looking around at the logo. Graves looking beyond the arc, driving inside of the lane, spinning around, trying to find a teammate. Bounce pass to Dix. Dix puts it up and gets the friendly roll. Gets the friendly roll in this in, and he was fouled. So he'll have a chance to complete the three-point play. Is this the largest lead for Creighton? It is. It actually is. Looks like, though, we'll see this free throw at the other side of the commercial break. 40-37. Creighton leading by 3. Let's see here. Hello, how's it going, Johnsy? Good to see you. Appreciate you tuning in. Trisk pulling for Creighton. Pulling for the Blue Jays over the Pirates. That's kind of a shocker. Figure you go with the Pirates. But you are not going with the Pirates, are you? Again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Again, this is what I do. I call games, folks. I call games. So, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out in this one. Let's see. Let's look at other scores. Players are now saying Crosby is not available for trade. That's weird. Maybe it's because of all this nonsense. Alabama A&M and Texas Southern 51-51. George Mason over St. Bonaventure 53-49. Wisconsin leading Washington 43-33. Louisville leading 38-37 over Miami. Arizona blowing out UCF 35-8. Unbelievable. Auburn over Tennessee right now 17-11. Utah State leading UNLV 26-21. UMass beat Miami, Ohio. Yeah. Yep. That was kind of the shock of the day. We'll see what the committee says. Ohio State again 72-69. Georgia Washington over Fordham 66-62. St. John's 85, Providence 72, Virginia 81, NC State 74, Iowa State 75, Texas Tech 53, Toledo 77, Bowling Green 76, Kentucky 78, Missouri 72. Again, if you do like what you're listening to, make sure again to like and subscribe, folks. Helps out the channel, as this channel is a growing channel. It really is. I assure you, we are definitely rising through the ranks. And again, if everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 6930. I believe we were closing in on that one. Going to be a wild push to 6950. We'll see, though. We'll see if that's indeed the case. Would be nice to get to 6950, but again, it's going to take a good call by me and a good game by them. Right now, we got a good one, so it's up to me. 40-37 again is your score. Creighton will be shooting their free throw here to complete the three-point play. This is Dix. I think the Raiders should keep him. I don't know. They really. Oh, geez, I forgot to. Got a ban. As there is the free throw. He actually missed it. Dix, again, an 87% free throw shooter, missed it. This is Clark. Clark with it on the near side. Looking in the lane. Clark trying to make some space. Hands it off to Simpkins. Simpkins back over. I believe this is to Parker. As here's back over to McCray. McCray with it in the range, in the lane. Bounces inside here to Dar. Dar is first action. Dar looking, puts it up, and can't get the basket, but he will go to the line for a couple of shots as he was fouled. Dar is an 81% free throw shooter. Can they afford him with all they spent? I don't know. I mean, they probably can, but they signed 2 pass rushers in free agency. That's the thing. They betrayed his trust. Yeah, I mean, if I'm Crosby, I'm still wanting out because, like, they benched you. They sat you even though you wanted to play. Dar with his first. That one's in and out. Again, usually pretty solid, but, well, I don't know. And again, an 81% free throw shooter. By the way, that was Trott's third foul. That's not looking good for Trott. And trying to stay in this game as he does make the second. 40-38. Looks like we'll see some subs here as McCrae's going to grab a seat. Here is Creighton. Creighton trying to inbound it, though. Seton Hall with the press. Again, Creighton up by 2. Seton Hall was up 33-26 at the half, but Creighton has really turned it up here in the second. Here is Graves. Graves with it on the near side, trying to find a teammate. Graves finding, I believe this is Conan. Again, Conan O'Brien, not actually O'Brien. Hands it off to Dix. Dix on the far side of Zugic. Zugic's driving inside, puts it up. He's fouled, gets the bucket. Good play by Zugic. 42-38. And Zugic will have a chance to complete the three-point play again. An 82% free throw shooter. I'll be going with the Pirates and the Reds whenever he starts. Gotcha. If I'm not wanted, I'm out. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'd 100%. Zugic again at the line to extend the lead to 5. He does not do it. Rebounded there by the Pirates. As here is Parker. Parker to Clark. Clark to Simpkins. Simpkins with it beyond the arc. Looking around, finding Parker. Parker with it. Finding Simpkins. Simpkins for 3. Too short. Rebounded there by Trot. Trot hands it to Dix, who hands it on to Graves. Graves with it, crossing half court. Again, going right to left on your radio screen. Trot with the 3. That's an air ball. Well, just feeling himself a little bit too much there. 42-38, 13-39 to go again here in the second half. Oh, wow. He was hitting the arm. Wow. Well, no call. That's interesting. All right, Parker with it. Parker finding Simpkins again at the logo. Finding Hines, not Ward. Hines 57, but his number is 25. Hands it off to Simpkins. Simpkins in the lane. Hands it off to Dar. Dar puts it up. Gets the basket and the foul. And we got a 2-point game here in the Garden, folks. As Dar will have a chance to make this a 1-point game. He's an 81% free throw shooter. I believe that's Trot's 4th foul. But I actually am not too sure. Let me I don't know. All right, they're saying it's his 4th. So Trot not looking good. As Dar releases, that one is good. 42-41. 1-point game, 13:23 left to go in the second half. As Zugic inbounds it here to Graves. Graves with it. Slowly taking it up. Now he's going to the far side. Going in. Oh, and he's tripped from behind. They're going to say it's a foul on Parker. This guy. Something. It's definitely an interesting. I don't know. I like the logo. I like the logo there. All right, here's Dix. Dix here to Schwartz. Schwartz with it now. He's looking for a teammate again, going right to left. Double teamed, finding Dix. Dix looking around, back to Schwartz. Schwartz with it. Beyond the arc, coming to the near side. Schwartz in the lane. Looking, hop step. Trying to find a teammate, finding Graves for 3. That's short. Rebounded there by Clark. Clark with it, crossing the logo. Bounce pass inside. Simpkins puts it up. Doesn't get the basket, but does get the foul. As he'll go to the line for a couple of shots. He is a 78% free throw shooter. Creighton had their Pop-Tarts at half. Yeah, well, that's what it was. But Seton Hall with a chance to take the lead against Simpkins. Pretty good at the line. As here is the first. That one rolls in, tying the game up at 42. Highlighting opening day. Again, I'll be covering the Pirates and the Mets. That'll be pretty fun. Covering a lot of the Pirates this year. But again, we'll bounce around, of course. 42-42. Again, Simpkins at the line, trying to take the lead. And Seton Hall's really led the entire time. As Simpkins at the line for his 3rd. That one rolls out. 42-42. This game is tied at 12:45 to go. In this one, there's Zugic. Zugic at the logo. Zugic going to the far side. Hands it off to Dix. Dix to, well, I've not seen him. That was Greer, I guess. I don't know. But Graves with the three. That's going to be short. Rebounded there by Parker. Parker with it left to right. Parker driving the lane. Puts it up. Oh, it's blocked. Blocked by Dix. Driving the lane, and Swartz is stripped. And taken away by Clark. Clark to Parker. Parker, hop step. Gets the bucket, and Seton Hall takes the lead. Pardon me, 44-42. Commercial break probably happening soon, based on my voice, as here's Dix. Dix with it. Finding Zugic. Zugic for three. That's too strong. Rebounded there by, well, somebody of Creighton. Or pardon me, is Seton Hall. And Seton Hall now with it. This is Clark. Clark driving inside. Looking. Kicks it out to Simpkins. Simpkins, pardon me, to Parker. Parker to Clark. Clark at the logo. Got plenty of time. 10 seconds to shoot. Double teamed. Finding Dar in the corner for three. That's in. And Seton Hall pulling away 47-42. Creighton's got to get something going. Haven't really done much in the last 2 minutes. A 9-0 run by Seton Hall in 2 minutes. As here's Dix. Dix driving the lane. Puts it up. Gets the basket. Ending the scoreless drought. 47-44. Seton Hall with a 3-point lead. Clark with it on the near side. Finding Dar. Dar with it. Dar to Parker. Parker back to Simpkins. Simpkins to Clark. Clark with it. Driving inside. Bounce pass to Hines. Puts it up. Can't get the basket. Hines looking for the foul. No foul. Here's Dix. Dix with it at the logo. Again, down by three. Dix beyond the arc. Finding, again, that was Swartz. Swartz to Dix. And Hines with a hard foul. Desperately going for the basketball. There's the TV timeout. 47-44. Seton Hall leading by 3. But Creighton with the ball. This guy, good to see you, JJ. Good to see you, JJ. Hopefully all is well. I know you've been grinding with the classic. Again, folks, make sure to check out Play-by-Play with JJ. Let me go ahead and get you his account here, or his link. Here you go, folks. Again, make sure to check out Play-by-Play with JJ. Again, he's been doing a lot of the classics. So, again, if you're interested in the classic, make sure to check him out. Does a great job over there. Covers the Phillies. Again, a lot of Philadelphia sports, but, again, also has branched out a lot as of late. So, again, he may just be covering your favorite team. So, make sure, again, to check him out. Play-by-Play with JJ. Does what I do. Does what I do. You slept in today. It's all good. It happens. I actually woke up about 15 minutes prior to the St. John's Providence game. So, yeah, the stream was a little bit late. Oh, yeah, no problem. Hopefully people... I don't know. I always feel bad. Like, I don't know if I put the link and no one actually clicks it. You know, I hope people actually do. But if they don't, well, I tried. Again, thank you guys so much. Make sure, again, to subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't done so already. Again, this is what I do. I call games. Going to be calling a lot of March Madness. As, again, that's going to be really big. Hopefully so. But yeah, again, make sure to like and subscribe today. It is free to do so. Look, it even says it right there. All it is more sports coverage. And, again, this is a growing channel, folks. We're definitely shooting for the stars here. And, again, if you do like the NFL, again, don't let the Steelers logo fool you. I do love the Steelers, so that was kind of, you're probably not fooled about that. But again, covering other stuff other than the Steelers. Again, I cover every Steelers games plus, again, 2 other games every Sunday. Steelers game, other window, primetime game. And of course, the Steelers are on primetime. Then there's, of course, 2 games I get to call whatever. So again, covered every team last year at least once. That's the goal again this year. Hopefully, again, I'll see you for football season. That's really where this channel is at its best. Hopefully, I see you then. 6 a.m. Eastern games really screwed. Yeah, no, for sure. Let's see. Blue Jays go on 11-0 run. Are you saying that's what's about to happen? I don't know. Both these teams in the bonus. Appreciate you, Da Vinci. I will look for you in a sec. I will look at that score bug, which I don't know. The score bug's been off today. They've actually put up wrong scores at multiple times. That's why I have my scoreboard here, so I'm not confused. But no, so only Creighton is in the bonus. Seton Hall is not. As here is Swartz. Swartz to Dix. Dix here to Zugic. Zugic inside. Back to Zugic for three. And that's too strong. Rebounded there by Seton Hall. Trying to save it. He does. This is Clark. Clark with it at the logo, going left to right. Again, appreciate you, Da Vinci, for tuning in. As Clark driving in, puts it off the glass, and can't get the friendly roll. Rebounded by Zugic. Again, Creighton down by 3 years. Dix beyond the arc. Trying to find a teammate. Green setting the pick. As Dix goes to the far side, Zugic. Zugic back to Dix. Dix with it beyond the arc. Driving inside. Now he's going to back off. Now he drives inside again. It was all a fake. Now just running around in circles, kicks it out, driving the lane, stripped away, goes out of bounds off a Pirate, and the Pirates don't like it. They are adamant that they should challenge. Again, up by 3. This was Swartz driving the lane. Oh, it was kicked by Swartz. Wow, that is pretty crazy. Hope everyone is doing great today. Oh, yeah, no. I need to do some more scoring updates. At the next commercial, we'll look at it. So Swartz actually did kick it out of bounds. Swartz for Creighton, so it shouldn't be Seton Hall ball. So, yeah, we have a little bit of a challenge here. Let's go over some scores. Right now, Alabama A&M leading 63-62 over Texas Southern. St. Bonaventure up over George Mason, 56-55. That would be a massive upset. 3 minutes to go in that one. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Wisconsin, number 23, Wisconsin leading 61-48 over Washington. Number 24, Louisville leading over unranked Miami, 38-37 at the half. Arizona all over UCF, 44-23. Auburn leading 20-16 over Tennessee. Unbelievable what Auburn's doing right now. Utah State leading 37-23 over UNLV. Pirates are upset, yep. Now he just yelled at the cop. Yeah, no, that was a legendary moment. Legendary moment. Again, a coach actually yelled at a cop, and again, you got the play-by-play. That was Miami and Western Michigan, I believe. Miami, Ohio. Kentucky, 78, Missouri, 72, Toledo, 77, 76 over Bowling Green. That one went final. Toledo, beating Bowling Green. Iowa State 75, Texas Tech 53, Virginia 81, NC State 74, St. John's 85, Providence 72, Massachusetts over Miami of Ohio. Again, the upset of the day. Miami of Ohio losing their first game of the season. Will they pay the ultimate price for it? I don't know. But again, 87-83. George Washington 66, Fordham 62, and Ohio State over Iowa 72-69. And I don't think there's really anything else happening. Well, tell you what, I guess no, there's not. There's no baseball today. So I genuinely have no idea. I'm feeling an 11-0 run coming. All right, we'll see. We'll see, Ricky. Again, appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you again for always commenting. Again, we do have a poll. Let me know who you have. 53% of you guys going with Seton Hall. 47% with Creighton. So pretty close poll, pretty close game. So, yeah. Let's see here. Again, the Creighton, again, living and dying by the 3 in the first half, though. They really died as they were shooting, I think it was like 20%. Now they're at 22, so they went up a little bit, but again, not good. They're 6 for 27 from beyond the arc. They really need to lock it in if they want a chance to come back and really win this game. Again, they have a chance, of course, regardless of their shooting percentage, but definitely they start falling, and oh man, it could be really ugly. Love the Steelers like Tampa Bay. All right, nice. Looks like Akron will win the MAC. Yeah, I think Akron will. Akron's really good. Akron is really good. But we're back. Looks like they're going to give the ball to Seton Hall. So Seton Hall going to be inbounding again, going left to right. Up by 3. Here is Clark. Clark with it, looking for a teammate. Just chilling at the logo. Everyone running around, finding Simpkins. Simpkins driving inside. Hits Dar. Dar puts it up, and he is fouled. But he will go to the line for a couple shots. Dar, an 81% free throw shooter. Again, both games that these teams played against each other, these were close games. Seton Hall would win the first one 56-54. Creighton would win the second one 69-68. So again, these guys are they're just evenly matched. There's the first. That one does fall 48-44. Again, 9:32 left to go in the second. Seton Hall with hands up there, and the crowd is there as the second. That one's good. 5-point game. Seton Hall leading by 5. What am I talking about? 49-44. That's what I wanted to say. Anyway, this is Graves. Graves with it here for Creighton. Crossing the logo, driving inside. Now kicks it out to Dix. Dix back to Graves. Graves at the logo. Looking around. Back to Zugic. Zugic to Green. Green with it. Muscling his way inside. In the lane. Turning. Hook shot. Too strong. Batted away and rebounded by Seton Hall. Here's Clark. Clark racing down off the foot. Looking for a kick ball. No call. Here is Graves. Graves for Creighton. Floats it in. Alley-oop. And he's fouled. But he'll go to the line for a couple of shots. Hudson Greer will go to the line. And he's a 63% free throw shooter. Oh, definitely a hard foul there by Clark. You like upsets? Yeah, me too, as he does miss the first. 49-44. Seton Hall up by 5. 9 to go. So there's the second. That one does fall. 4-point game. As here is Seton Hall again with 9 minutes to go in the second half. Here is Clark. Clark with it, finding Payne. Back to Clark. Clark to Simpkins. Simpkins in the paint. Now he's going to back up beyond the arc. Back to Parker. Parker with it at the logo. Driving inside is Parker. Fade away. Too strong. Rebounded by, well, they're going to say it's going to be with Creighton. As Payne looks like, I guess Payne is actually one that's called for the foul. Seton Hall coach doesn't like it. I don't know. I don't think he really did anything wrong. He's going up for the ball. Wow. So, I don't know. I thought Payne had the ball. So, Payne, I think, was just wrongly accused. Wow, that's pretty crazy stuff. It is what it is, I guess. Creighton coach and Seton Hall coaches actually shared a laugh with how bad that call was. Anyway, again, Creighton will have it down by 4. Seton Hall not happy. Now they're going to stretch. Yeah, they're backing up. They're still kind of talking. I don't know if Seton Hall wants to call a timeout. I don't know. He wants to do timeout. Long delay here. I don't know. Seton Hall still upset. Still just talking. I don't know. Everyone's just looking around. I don't know. Again, everyone's kind of talking to each other, but no one really knows what's going on. Again, 8:41 left to go. We're just kind of in a little of a delay. I don't know what's going on. All right, so it looks like we do have, again, a 1-and-1 opportunity for Creighton. This is Green. Green misses. Hey, can't do that. Here is Clark. Clark with it for Seton Hall. Again, up by 4. Clark driving the lane. Now working his way back behind the arc. Simpkins with it on the far side again, going left to right. Simpkins with it on the near side to Clark. Clark in the lane. Floater. Going to be good. And Seton Hall up by 6. With 8:18 to go, 51-45. Here is Graves. Graves driving the lane. Spinning around. Kicks it out for 3. That's going to be in and out. Berger rebounded by Parker. Parker now to Clark. Clark with it, crossing the logo. 8 minutes to go in this one. Seton Hall up by 6 as Clark looking to extend the lead. Draws the contact. Doesn't get the buckets, but he'll go to the line. And looks like that is going to be a TV timeout. 51-45. 51-45 is your score. 6-point game. How's it going, Yin? Good to see you. Miami just started a run on Louisville. Ooh. I think the Blue Jays need to shoot more twos. Yeah, they probably should, but oh well. I can't coach them. I don't know. Again, I'm a neutral party, folks. But, you know. Do you like good basketball? Yeah, and make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe if you've enjoyed the broadcast, folks. Again, this is what I do. I call games. So make sure, again, to subscribe. Again, if everyone were to subscribe right now, we'd hit 6940. Would be great to do that today or during this game, but if not, well, it is what it is. But again, it is free. Again, if you like college basketball, this is a great channel for you. And, of course, again, doing a lot of the NFL, a lot of college football. That is what I do. I'm going to be doing a lot of the MLB. Again, a lot of the MLB during the summer as we wait for football. But again, it is free as can be. Think of it more as a follow, not really a subscription. As I'm not charging you nothing, I promise. I promise. But yeah, Miami leading 49-41 over Louisville. Arizona 46, UCF 30. So UCF kind of not looking as bad as it was earlier. That's always good for them. Auburn up 29-18 over Tennessee. Might be collusion by the SEC to try to get them in. I don't know. Utah State 37, UNLV 23. Let's see here. And again, Texas Southern 65, Alabama A&M 64. And that is pretty much it. Let's get the subs up. Doc has been grinding. Yeah, no, trying to get to 7K. 7K is where we're trying to be by the beginning of baseball. These refs love to blow their whistles. They do. George Mason just lost. Really? Did I not see that? Yeah. Wow. St. Bonaventure has defeated George Mason. Oh, my goodness. George Mason will not go dancing. Wow, that is pretty crazy. George Mason, pretty good. But they are done. Wow, that is wild, Joseph. Niners open to trade Trent Williams. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know why they would do that. I mean, I guess he's had some health issues, I suppose. But, I mean, I don't know. There's the rumor with that thing next to the practice field. The electronic thing. I don't know what it is. Electricity plant or whatever. That's weird. Trent Williams, why? He's so good. Anyway, we're back in action. 6-point game. Seton Hall leading 51-45. Again, Seton Hall will have some free throws, as this will be Clark at the line. He's a 74% free throw shooter, as there's the first. That one is actually a miss. W. Bonnie's. Joe loving it. As Clark releases, that one is good. 7-point game, 52-45. Zugic with it. Inbounds here to Dix. Back to Zugic. Zugic saying, all right, come on, let's go. That was, wow. All right, Zugic with it on the near side. Passes over here to, well, that's going to be deflected, actually, out of bounds. Looks like it's going to remain Creighton. Trying to get it to Harper. Couldn't connect on it. Age plus $39 million a year. 39, that's crazy. Okay, I can see why. I know he's older, but anyway, that's a little odd. $39 million, that's crazy. All right. Actually, no, it was a turnover. So I do apologize on that. No, it was a foul. Okay, it was a foul. 1-and-1 opportunity. I'm sorry. Lost here. Does make the first 6-point game. That was Swartz at the line. Swartz is a 68% free throw shooter. As there's the second. That one is good. 52-47 is your score. 5-point game. Seton Hall with the lead and with the ball. Clark with it on the near side again, going left to right. Clark at the logo. Finding McCray. McCray with it. McCray back to Simpkins. Simpkins beyond the arc. Dar sending the pick. Simpkins going to take it inside in the lane. Looking. Fadeaway floater. That's in and out. And going to be taken away by Dar. Dar with the hustle and the rebound. Keeping it with Seton Hall. This is Simpkins. Simpkins driving in. There's going to be a foul, I believe, on Zugic. I think Blue Jays will win this game last 3 minutes. Ooh, interesting. He wants a new deal? $39 million a year is not good enough? Whereas I guess it's 39 with the cap. I don't know, but I know that would always be a little different cap and actual salary. All right, inbounding here is Seton Hall. Seton Hall with it again. Going left to right. Creighton right to left. Here is Parker. Parker back to Clark. Just over 7 to play again. 52-47. Clark in the lane. Looking. Floater. That's going to be too short. Rebounded by Dar. Dar puts it up and gets the basket. Dar with the hustle. Out hustling everybody. 7-point game. The Pirates over the Blue Jays. 6:50 to go. Here's Dix. Dix with it at the logo. He's driving to the far side. Looking around. Pump fakes. Going to the near side. Pass is incomplete. Goes out of bounds. And Creighton might be falling apart. Seton Hall looking to prove Ricky Orville wrong here. Creighton's always been pretty good. They have been. Seton Hall was the favorite, I think, by 2.5 or something, or maybe 1.5 today. Again, they split the season series. 56-54, 69-68. Close games have been the case. Clark double teamed. Clark gets rid of it to Simpkins. Simpkins back to Dar. Dar for 3. That's too strong. But it's going to be rebounded by Seton Hall, and they will chill with it. 10 seconds shoot. Didn't hit the rim. Here is Clark. Clark driving the lane. Floater. That's going to be rolling out. Rebounded there by Creighton. 7-point game. Creighton with it on the far side. This is Swartz. Swartz with it. Finding Dix. Dix beyond the arc. Finding Swartz again. Swartz going to the far side. Going in. Swartz fighting his way to the basket. Puts it up. Gets the foul. No basket, but he'll go to the line for a couple. Let's go Seton Hall. Joseph going with Seton Hall. Appreciate you, Joseph, for, again, tuning back in. Bulls down at, I can't believe that, Dean. It's crazy stuff. Auburn shouldn't be in the NCAA. I know, it's unless they win it. If they win the SEC, then it's whatever. As he does make the first, Swartz does. Again, Swartz is 68% free throw shooter, making this a 6-point game. Swartz with it again at the line. Releases, that one's good. 54-49, just under 6 to play here at Madison Square Garden, the second round of the Big East tournament. Clark with it at the logo. Again, going left to right. Clark trying to find a teammate, trying to find anybody. Finding Simpkins. Simpkins with it beyond the arc. Double teamed. Passes out to Clark. Clark with it. Clark to Parker. To Simpkins. Simpkins with it. Simpkins driving inside. Simpkins seeking contact. Gets the contact. No foul. Creighton with it. Running down. This is Dix in the lane. And he's stripped. Goes out of bounds. Going to remain with Creighton with 5:25. Simpkins was really pulling for the foul. Great defense by Clark. Stripping it out of bounds. Again, a 5-point game. Seton Hall's been really leading for the most part. Creighton did take the lead briefly at the beginning of the second half. As here's Graves. Graves to Dix. Dix for 3. He's got it. It's a 2-point game. 54-52. Creighton just a bucket away from tying or taking the lead. Here is Clark. Just over 5 to go. Clark to McCray. McCray with it. To Payne. The House of Payne. Hands it off to Simpkins. Simpkins driving inside. Brings it up. Floater's going to be an air ball. Taken away by Creighton. Graves with it. He is double teamed in his own corner. He's got to get it out of there. Calling for a timeout. They will be granted it with 4:50 left to go in this one. After Texas lost yesterday, they shouldn't be in either, and I'm the biggest SEC fan. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Auburn has wins against good teams and played such a tough schedule. Yeah, but they also lost a lot of games. Again, Brody, I don't think you get any credit for losing. You don't get any credit for losing. That's just where I stand on it. That's just where I stand. You don't get credit for losing. Again, we can look at it for certain things, but when you play a vast majority of it, it's a little different football. Football, you got like 12 games, right? Basketball, you got 30-something, okay? At that point, you got to start looking at actual results, not just losses. So you're pretty much just saying, look, you plant Miami, Ohio in the SEC. Well, they lost all these games. They went 500, but lost them, right? They played against such good teams. I mean, it's just I don't like that. So you're just saying pretty much whatever conference you're just starting out with the season in, you're automatically considered better because you played better. That doesn't play better teams. That just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we're back here. Seton Hall up by 2. Creighton with the ball. Looking around as he floats it in here to Trot. Trot here. They got to get it going. Don't want a backcourt. And he does just beat it. Almost taken away. Dix now with it. Dix to Graves. Graves beyond the arc. Back to Dix. Dix for 3. Take the lead. That's too strong. Rebounded there by Seton Hall. 4:35 to go. In this one, this is Clark. Clark with it. Finding McCray on the far side. Now finding Dar. Dar to Payne. Payne with it. Payne hands it off to Clark. Clark in the lane. Floater. That's going to be good. And it's back to a 4-point game. 56-52. Graves with it now at the logo. Looking around. Again, a 4-point game. 4:10 to go. Graves going to drive to the near side. Going up. Pump fakes. Puts it up and doesn't get the friendly roll. Tipped away. And now it's Dar with it. Dar coming away with the rebound. He's been everywhere around the boards. Seton Hall up by 4 with the ball going left to right. Here is Clark. Clark looking around to McCray. Clark now with it again at the logo. 4-point game as Clark trying to draw the contact. Clearly, Clark in the lane. Kicks it out to McCray. McCray driving in. Hands it to Dark. Dark for 3. He's got it! Dar's been too good. 59-52. 7-point game. And already Creighton turns it over. Dar with it. Hands it off to Clark. Clark on the near side, up by 7. Just a minute ago, it's just a bucket game now. It's a 3-bucket game. Finding McCray, back to Clark. Clark with it. Clark floating it into McCray. McCray lays it in. They're pulling away late, 61-52. Here is Graves. Graves going to call a timeout with 3:07 left to go. Creighton coach not happy. Seton Hall is, as the Pirates just 3 minutes away from moving on to the semifinals. Limestone girls basketball team got crushed. That's tough. 1-point loss teams that are number 1 teams can go either way. That have to count. I guess. I don't know. I mean, you beat Florida, but then you couldn't beat anyone else that was worse than Florida. So that means, I don't know, that's just telling me it was a fluke. That's what that tells me. 7-11, yeah. Tough out of the conference schedule. I don't know. Like I said, I just disagree. But it's all good, Brody. I know a lot of people have different opinions. I totally understand. Joseph liking what Seton Hall is doing. They are pulling away, 61-52. We'll see what Creighton can do. And the remainder of this one, let's see what's going on. Again, Wisconsin, 77-65 over Washington. Alabama A&M in overtime with Texas Southern, 72-69. Louisville trailing Miami, 55-49. Arizona leading 46-32 over UCF. Pardon my voice, I need some water. Auburn leading 32-25 over Tennessee. Utah State 47, UNLV 30, and then Buffalo leading Akron 12-9. That one's just starting. Another hypothetical win. Patrick Starr. Yeah, you guys have seen the logo. Or the logo, the meme. It's so good. SEC is undefeated. They're really good. And hypothetical wins, they might be the greatest conference of all time. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Lay. This is what I do. I call games. Again, if you like March Madness, going to be covering a lot of that. Whether or not Auburn or Miami, Ohio's in, I'll be here. I will be here covering games. And, again, hopefully I'll see you soon. Again, do a lot of the NFL. It's not just the Steelers, I promise you. I do every Steeler game, but I cover 2 other games along with that Steeler game every Sunday. So, yeah, 3 games every Sunday. Again, could be 4 if there's a Europe game. Mondays and Thursdays, all that. College football on Saturdays. You know, this is a sports channel. So, again, if you're a sports fan, sports bet, or whatever, make sure to subscribe. It is free. It'll say it up there eventually. But it is free, as can be. Think of it more as a follow, not a subscription. It is not something I will take your money from, I promise. Are there any D9 basketball teams that are still a state? Oh, I don't know. Again, I'm not following that. All right, but we are working our way back at the 9-point game. As, again, Seton Hall looking to close it out and move to the Big East semifinals. Dar, again, has been everywhere. He's played so good. I mean, he actually set his personal best, 14 points today. He doesn't really play much as Creighton inbounding here. This is Trot. Trot going to go to the lane and slams it in. Back to a 7-point game, 61-54. Just under 3 minutes to go. This is Clark. Clark with it at the logo. As he's looking around, finding McCray. McCray hands it off to Clark. Clark with it. Clark finding McCray. McCray is, I believe, fouled. Swartz with the foul. That was not a shooting foul, but he'll go to the line regardless with the bonus. So, trying to see who it is. Yeah, McCray's going to be at the line here. McCray's an 87% free throw shooter. Pretty much automatic. Definitely a guy you want on the line here for the Pirates. As McCray releases and gets the first. Pardon me. Getting the voice struggling here. This game 2 for me. Providence St. John's going to be doing game 3 a little bit later. Going to have a little bit of time to rest, though. That's good. As McCray releases, there is the third. Back to a 9-point game. 63-54. As Creighton again going right to left. Seton Hall is pressing. Here is Graves. Graves slowly bringing up the court a little bit faster, though, as he did. Yeah, he's got to get it, and he does. Graves now on the far side, again going right to left. Looking around, trying to find a teammate. Finds Dix. Dix in the corner. Pump fakes the 3. Driving inside in the lane. Puts it up, and doesn't get the friendly roll, but he was fouled, and he'll go to the line for a couple of shots. As Dix is an 87% free throw shooter. Slamaruski. I guess we can add a Ruski for anything, really. Fumble Ruski, Slamaruski. Dix again, an 87% free throw shooter, and he makes the first. Again, Creighton needs all the points now. As they're running out of time. Again, 2:26 remaining here in this one. Trot's going to check out again. He's already at 4 fouls. He's been at 4 fouls now for about 10 minutes of game time. But they've really kept him on the bench for a while. As he does make the second 7-point game. Again, 63-56. Now some subs for Creighton. As here is Seton Hall trying to inbound here. They got to hurry. Does find Clark. Clark now racing down the court. Clark going to slow down. Crossing half courts. Covered by Davis. Davis just chilling. Now it's going to be Clark. Clark to McCray. McCray back to Clark. Clark just chilling at the logo. 10 to shoot. 2:07 to play. Clark making his move. Going to the lane. Puts it up. Is going to be called for the foul. Doesn't get the basket. But he'll go to the line. Again, they're on the bonus. So 1-1 here for Clark, who again is a 74% free throw shooter. Dribble Ruski, yeah, like I said, you can add anything. 7-point game. Clark looking to make it a 9-point game. He's got to make the first one to have a second, of course. As Clark releases, that one is good. 64-56 as we'll see some more substitutes for Creighton again. Down by 8. These teams splits in the regular season. Close games. Again, Seton Hall would win the first matchup 56-54. Creighton would win the second one 69-68. The second one is in and out. Rebounded there by Creighton. Here's Graves. Graves driving inside and he got called for an offensive foul. Gets called with the charge. You can't do that. At this point, the Creighton coach is not happy. He's yelling at the referee. That is a killer. Wow, and Graves fouled out. That was his 5th foul. Fouled out with 15 points. Unbelievable. That is crazy stuff. Coach for Creighton was pretty upset. The coach for Seton Hall saying, like, hey, why didn't you tee him up? I don't know. I didn't think it was too crazy, but it was some yelling. Oh, wow. He was pretty much on the... Wow, okay, never mind. He should have been teed up. Yeah, this guy, the Creighton coach, was practically to the logo trying to chase the referee. Unbelievable that they didn't tee him up. Foul, Ruski, yeah. How much time was it? We're at 1:59. 1:59 remaining here. Appreciate you, Gio, for tuning in. Creighton coach got lucky. As here's Seton Hall inbounding it again underneath their, going left to right. Finding Clark. Clark, what a pass. Need to play for the Steelers here. Clark with it at the logo. Clark is spinning around. Floats it up to Dar. Dar slams it in. Oh, man, it's a 10-point game. I couldn't speak for some reason. It is what it is. 1:45 to go. Here's Dix. Dix with it. Dix just jacks up a 3, and he gets it. Well, there you go. 7-point game just like that. 66-59. Here's Parker. Parker finding McCray. McCray with it. McCray. Oh, it's intercepted. Creighton with it. Creighton inside. This is Graves. Puts it up. And, tipped in by Greer, who puts it in 66-61. That was not Graves. That was Schwartz. Graves fouled out. It is what it is. 5-point game. McCray here to Parker. And Parker is fouled with 1:10 to go. So it was a 10-point lead just a few moments ago. Now it's 5. How big is this dang logo? It's pretty big. Well, not really that big, honestly. Come on, Creighton. Yeah, we'll see. 5-point game. Dar again has had a performance for Seton Hall today. 16 points. Coming off the bench. Doesn't really play much. I mean, he's on the bottom of my roster. I go by points, so yeah, he doesn't really play, but he has played a lot and has had a game that could change his college career forever. Or the double bonus, both teams are. Kind of a delay here. Don't know what's really happening. Don't know if they called timeout. Looks like there was some sweat or something on the floor. Someone spilled something. Looks like there was a fan. Spilled something, and now he's making a fool of himself. Anyway, 66-61. Parker going to be at the line. Parker is a 78% free throw shooter. But yeah, 1:10 left to go. Parker releases. That one is good. 6-point game. This next one is pretty big. Again, that would make it a 3-bucket game. 67-61. Auburn I-4 in the previous conference schedule. The tough teams lost to Purdue. Michigan by 30. Yeah, not good. Not good. But, again, guess they're credited for losing. Here's Parker with his second. That one is good. 7-point game, 68-61, 1:10 to go. As here's Dix. Dix for Creighton as he hands it off to Schwartz. Oh, and that's going to go out of bounds. What's it off Creighton? Referee's going to talk. They're going to say it stays with Creighton with 1:04. Graves in. Graves is fouled out. Graves is done. I did call his name earlier. I do apologize. But no, Graves is indeed done. 7-point game. Creighton going to be inbounding. Here's Zugic. Zugic finding Green. Green to Swartz. Swartz for three. That's an air ball, and that goes out of bounds. Needed that one. Needed something. 59 seconds. Again, 59 seconds left. Seton Hall up by 7. Blue Jays bring home the championship. Yeah. They're not playing the Dodgers. They're playing the Pirates. But the Pirates may be winning. Here is, pardon me, that is Simpkins. Simpkins with it on the far side. Heavily guarded. And they're going to call a timeout with 52 seconds remaining. Man, oh man, this one again coming down to the wire. But looks like Seton Hall will win. Again, unless a crazy comeback by the Blue Jays. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure, again, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel before you go. Again, if everyone were to subscribe right now, we would hit 6950. Would be great to do that. But, again, appreciate you guys. Again, it is free. Make sure to subscribe. It is free. Think of it more as a like button. Think of it more as a like button, folks. It is more of a like button. Or no, follow button. Not a like button. Follow button. It's a follow button. Not a subscription. Not going to be paying me nothing. But again, 68-61 is your score. Seton Hall with the ball. Seton Hall going to inbound it. Here is Simpkins. Simpkins trying to find a teammate, and, well, he's got to get rid of it. Finding Payne. Payne is fouled. Payne, not exactly the best free throw shooter, so a pretty smart foul. 52%. Just appreciate you, Stooges. Appreciate the 3 Stooges. How's it going, Jeff? Appreciate you. Subscriber else. I won't go that far, but I appreciate it, though. Good to see you, TTB. But again, it is free as can be. If you're a sports fan, this is a great channel for you. So again, Payne at the line. The world shall know Payne. He's going to try to make it to where Creighton will know Payne if he makes both of these. As there's the first. That one's good. 69-61. You just appreciate you, Jeff. You're a legend, man. You're a legend. McCray. Let me go. Let me see the court here. McCray is in. Yes, McCray is in. Again, thank you for subbing. Yeah, appreciate it. Payne with the second. That one's good. Creighton shall know Payne. 9-point lead with 51 seconds in this one. Payne's going to check out. Doing his job. Making both. Again, not the best free throw shooter, but made him count. Here's Dix crossing half court. Dix looking. Pulls up from 3. That's going to be too strong. Rebounded by McCray. McCray with it chilling. And looks like he's going to be fouled, and he will go to the line for 2. Unbelievable. That's probably going to do it. No problem again. McCray will go to the line. He's an 87% free throw shooter. Looks like some Seton Hall fans and Creighton fans talking some trash. McCray again at the free throw line. Really good. 87%. And there it is. There is probably the clincher. It would be a 4-basket game. 71-61. Love to watch Three Stooges. Yeah, I didn't really watch much of them, but I actually did watch a little bit. They were great. They're legends. There's the second. That one is good. Making both 72-61. As Creighton with it. This is Dix. 40 seconds left. Dix looking around, trying to find a teammate. Finding Zugic. Zugic going to the corner for 3. That's short. Rebounded by McCray. McCray is going to chill. Back to Clark. They got to hurry. He's got to hurry if he wants to get past. He will. And looks like that is pretty much going to do it. They'll have 3-second difference. I don't think they'll shoot. 16 seconds just dribbling it out. Again, a 3-second difference. So Creighton will have it with 3 seconds left. Don't think they're going to do anything. But that is pretty much going to be it. Seton Hall is going to the semifinals of the Big East tournament. So congratulations to the Pirates as they do defeat the Blue Jays. Blue Jays will have it. This is Dick's. Dick's going to have it, and that is it. 72-61 is your final. Seton Hall moves on, keeping their hopes alive. First one of the Big East tournament since 2022. And they desperately needed that. But yes, this one is indeed final. Again, make sure before you go to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. Again, it is free. And, of course, I'll be covering another game actually in about an hour, as I'll be doing Nevada and Grand Canyon. So that should be fun. That is the Mountain West quarterfinal. Some stats before we go. Creighton, this is Green. Green had 4 points, 11 rebounds. Trott with 5 points with a rebound. Graves, 15 points, 2 rebounds. Dix with 22 points, 6 rebounds. Zugic with 2 points, 6 rebounds. Swartz with 10 points, 6 rebounds. And then Greer with 3 points, 2 rebounds. For Seton Hall, Payne with 2.7 rebounds. Clark, 16.7 rebounds. Williams, 7 points, 2 rebounds. Fisher, 9 points and a rebound. McRae with 8 points, 2 rebounds. Hines with 2 points, 4 rebounds. Simpkins with 6 points, 3 rebounds. Parker with 6 points, 8 rebounds. And, of course, Starr off the bench with a great day. 16 points and 5 rebounds. Again, his season high right here. Again, what a time to peak. Get McRae for 15. Oh, man. Sorry, Three Stooges. Yeah, no, it is indeed over. It is indeed over. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure, again, before you go, to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more play-by-play with Dr. Delay. This is what I do. I call games. Again, it is free. Look at that. It says it right there, folks. Not going to cost you anything except your finger doing whatever. If you're watching on TV, then you got to use your remote. But, on your phone, just click it. That's all you got to do. It is free. Again, I'll be back again. Nevada, Grand Canyon, that's in about an hour. I will hopefully see you then. If not, enjoy the rest of your day. I will catch you guys later. Peace. And you guys all, again, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one.